So, this is typical gas valve that you're used to seeing on like furnaces, boilers, even those the things in like warehouses and stuff, or even rooftop units. Okay, now this is about the size of the typical gas valve for a commercial building, medium-sized boiler. Commercial gas valve, residential gas valve. The only difference is this commercial gas valve is not going on a commercial building. It's going in a house with a commercial boiler. Now, there might be a little bit of an issue getting this gas valve off, corrosion-wise or something, so I'm gonna need backup. Now, is this completely necessary? Absolutely not. Hey, and don't be making fun of me for the aluminum pipe wrench, all right? You see, I thought about bringing the cast iron, but this thing weighs, and this is the only metric term that I know, is a metric shit ton. I'm currently backing into the courtyard right now. I'm gonna go snoop around, investigate what I need first. Whew. It's cold. Probably have to put a sweatshirt on. What'd I tell you? I have no idea what that is, so it must be really important. Got a regulator, and then those are the two gas valves that we're gonna be swapping out. I think we also have to take a look, figure out why that's disconnected. We'll give it the whole shebang. This house is abandoned. This house is abandoned, by the way. Disconnect these little vent tubes and power. Boiler is off. Now, gonna break that union all the way up to the regulator. That's on there tight. I'm wondering if I should disconnect the pilot tube. Well, that explains a whole lot. Gross. This side was safe. All right, so this is impossible to get apart. So instead of fighting it, I'm just gonna go back to the shop and I'm gonna get an 1.25 union a 2-inch union, an 1.5-inch union, and everything I need to rebuild this little configuration right here. I'm gonna take all this with me instead of just trying to measure it all. Let's see, we need 1.5 by 1.25 elbow. I know it's for steam, but it might work. If you're curious what the difference is, hang on, here's a regular, you could use for a gas line or something. See how thin it is compared to the thickness of this? Steam, not steam. I think this is also technically malleable. That looks about right. Let's look up here. Maybe we'll have some luck over here. All right, so I couldn't find everything, but I found 1.25-inch nipples we need, 1.5-inch nipples, 1.5-inch union, 1.25-inch gas valve. The only thing I gotta get is the 1.25-inch union for the other side and the 1.5 by 1.25 elbow. I know I don't need all of these nipples. I'm just bringing them in case it's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Doesn't hurt to have options. All right, I'm just gonna go to the supply house and get the rest. What up, buddy? All right, let's knock this out. Okay, so far, so good. It's easier to tighten this side when you got the whole thing connected and supported instead of trying to, do it while this pipe is floating in midair. Okay. I like it a lot. Now I just gotta do all the miscellaneous stuff. All right, everything was going well until I ran into 2 little problems, but seems like they're pretty minor, so I think we'll be able to work through it. First problem is I broke the little top off of this for the vent, but it's probably okay, but I'm gonna go check my truck to make sure I have it. I don't wanna leave it like that. That's just unprofessional. And the second problem is the pilot tube is now a little too short. I guess one of the nipples I used was a little bit shorter, so I think I have a little bit longer of a 3/8 nipple I could put before the pilot regulator and get us the couple extra inches we need. Because as they say, bigger's better. I don't know who they is, but they say it. I've got it somewhere, this hunk of brass. See that? I think that's it. Oh, this headlight. I think that's it. Should have brought the other one out with me, but we'll find out soon enough. Wrong diameter. These threads are right, but it doesn't fit. 0 for 2 right now. Probably should have measured it first before I put Mega Lock on it. I don't want to put it back in my truck. We're gonna put it right there for now. Not like it matters. These have to be right this time. Okay, bueno. Bueno. And bueno. Power's all connected. Let's... Oh, I should have thought that through. Open this. I'm not gonna bleed it at the unions because it's just really tight trying to do it over there. I'm gonna jump out. I believe this went to the just go through and spray everything quick. Even the ones I didn't do. Gas line is good. Let's... Not gonna lie, a little concerning why it's trying to fire and this isn't jumped out. Pilot lit. I guess it just had a ton of air in it. So while we let that warm up, what was that? If something comes running out of there, I'm gonna freak out. This wire comes up this BX. See here, jumped with the transformer. Interesting, but it's connected to the ground, or you know what should be the ground, but it's the green wire coming from low water cutoff probe. I'm gonna say it now. Definitely not gonna forget that. Okay, let's see. Yep, just as I thought. Black wire is the power of the low water cutoff, white is the neutral, and our green wire, which it's not supposed to be, is our P2, which is our burner, limit. You know what? Someone must have rewired this because there's a problem with the 47-2 to just bypass it completely and let the boiler run temporarily. So now I gotta figure out what's wrong with the 47-2. I bet it's full of mud. So we're gonna test a couple things. We're gonna check continuity across the disconnect switch, as it is right now, and then flush it and see if the continuity changes. Right now we're closed, and then, watch this. Nope, that was me. Now it's moving, I loosened it up. Oh, you hear that? We're starting to make steam. I think the best course of action right now is let the boiler run, so at least it warms up down here so I'm not freezing. Fortunately, if it's, all messed up and I can't finish today, the boiler's been off for so long that I can just come back tomorrow and do it. So this might be a 2-part video. 2-day video. 1 part. Let's see. Now it moves freely. Quick side note, so apparently this is a boiler water feed tank and it relies off of 2 check valves. My boss stopped by and told me because I was curious. If anybody else knows anything about those, please let me know. I have a feeling this just has to be adjusted. That little lever, because it's not pushing to disconnect power for some odd reason. And that's why they decided, we'll just disconnect it. Safe, really safe. Oh, I see. Yeah, so let's keep it up there. While the boiler's doing its thing, I'm gonna go upstairs and look around a little bit. I am the heating guy after all. Yeah, they do look like boiler sections. Oh my God, there's a tremendous amount of airflow. That's how old this house is. Oh my God. This one too. It sucks in the air from over here. No fan or anything. This is some stuff you read about in the lost art of steam heating. This colossal thing right here, that's where those sections are. Look, yeah. Here's your, oh my God, that is so cool. Let's see. Yeah, look. Oh my God. It's just sections that heat up. And then through convective currents, cold air falls and hot air rises, and it just circulates. Man, I know they're probably gonna renovate this place, but I hope they keep that. That's awesome. Probably not though, they'll probably put like baseboard or forced air in. Feels like steam made it up to the 3rd floor, all right. Webster. Open and close. Wow, look at that valve. Still works too. That's cool. Oh, this one, oh, it's closed, that's why. Let's open it. So, steam comes up, condensate goes down. No air vents on any of the radiators except for that one downstairs. One air vent for the entire system. This is cool. I know I keep saying it, but it's just, like, you don't see houses like this anymore. Okay, everything's been, kind of cut out and gutted and redone, 10 times. Oh my God, I turned that on and it, like, instantly started heating it. So there's a little bit more work that has to be done. Unfortunately, that is it for tonight. I still have to go through, brush the burner tubes. I have to make sure that 47-2 works and test it thoroughly, but it's getting late tonight. And listen, it's Friday. Nothing new after 2. So that means this is gonna be a 2-day video and we'll pick back up tomorrow. Took a little bit of time, but we just got back to the mansion with the commercial boiler in the basement. I'm trying to remember where I left off. I know I have to go turn the water on first, because I left it off. I hear everything filling up. Uh-oh. I think this is from the rain. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh, the sump pump went. That's what the problem is. Oh, it scared me for a second. I thought I flooded the place. This is very concerning though, because I just put those gas valves on and I hope they didn't go underwater. Doesn't look like it. I don't know how high the water came though. I'm just gonna go look through the house really fast, make sure everything's all right. Problem is though, there's like 50 bathrooms in here. All right, fortunately everything checks out, no leaks. That's just all groundwater that came in. Okay, so nothing I'm gonna do with this today. I mean, all I was really gonna do was just brush the burner tubes and make sure the flow on the 47-2 works. But with all that water, I'm not going to getting a wet vac or anything. I'm just gonna have to come back and make this a part 3. Just gonna take some of the pressure off the system so it doesn't freeze. All right. All right, so we're back for our third and hopefully final day of working on this boiler. Today I'm going to clean the burner tubes really fast, but I was here 2 days ago. There was a ton of rain and the boiler was flooded. Hopefully that's all gone by now. Oh, well, that's a relief. At least the water that was down here is gone. A really good cleaning. All right, one down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11 more to go. Doing all this, and you know what I just realized? The thing you mounted on fell. Seems like the mounting bracket it sits on got bent somehow. Okay, all the burner tubes are back in, but I have a problem. Looks like that bracket isn't strong enough to hold or support the tubes. I gotta go find some bricks or something to sit it on. Oh, they're frozen. That's like the perfect Beautiful. Everything is now in and level. Let's turn the power on and get some heat. Good, it's about time we got some heat on in this house. It's getting a little cold. Check the 47-2 fast. Okay. I guess there's nothing wrong with it. The only problem was that little black linkage was not low enough, so it wasn't cutting off. I fixed that, last week? So that's it. I think we're done. Here's a better look at those sections. Oh, man, that is so cool. They seriously look like boiler sections. Just because I'm curious, let's see how much airflow is coming out of that vent. Without any type of fan or anything, just natural airflow currents. All right, I'll share the screen so you can see it. Not bad for old school with just natural convective currents. I think this is where we're gonna end it because all I really have to do is pack up. You can go, it's all right. I'm just gonna sit here and warm up for a little bit.